What is going on, world? What's up, YouTube? This is Zero here, and today I'm bringing you guys a new commentary. This one is all about the Red Recruitment Challenge, as well as this is my last response for the Red Recruitment Challenge. And today, guys, I have a pretty special video. As you guys know, I made a video about a week ago talking about CoD Tonight, which is a show that I wanted to bring out for Red, and I am putting it into action tonight with two of my good buddies, and also guys who are also in Solar, EXO and Twizzla. They're both leaders of Solar, and today, guys, with CoD Tonight, for those of you who don't know what this show is about, it's basically almost like a Ellen or an Anderson Cooper show, but it's everything Call of Duty related. So tonight I have a few different topics I'm going to be talking about, and Twizzla and EXO are actually on here to kind of debate on certain topics. And we have a few topics, but I hope you guys get the basic gist from this. But anyways, guys, without further ado, I give you guys EXO and Twizzla. What's up?
Yo,
what's up, guys?
What's up, guys?
Okay, so basically, guys, like I said, I'm going to kind of ask them a series of questions, as well as just a series of topics. So the very first topic, guys, and we'll start with you, Twizzla, and this is about the new Call of Duty. Now, there's been a lot of speculation going on around about the new Call of Duty and what it's going to be, and people are seeing signs of what the next Call of Duty is. But here's the question: is what do you think the next Call of Duty is going to be? Is it going to be World at War II? Or is it going to be Black Ops 3? Or is it just going to be something completely different that none of us know?
Well, I think what they've been doing, they've been making sequels to CODs, and I think if they go with Black Ops 3, they're going to make a lot of money off that, because BO2 was like one of the best games out there. It's most sold, obviously, and they're thinking about money-wise, obviously. They're not listening to no one, but BO3 would be amazing as well for trick shotting, but I'm not too sure. They could make up a new COD. They could start fresh and come up with new ideas like they did with Advanced Warfare.
Exactly.
But I hope they just don't ruin it.
I agree with that 100%. Yeah, I think that they could do that as well. EXO, what are your opinions?
There's honestly nothing to argue about in terms of Black Ops 3, because Black Ops 2 was a huge success in the Call of Duty community, and there's really, if any, no complaining from the community about Black Ops 2. I mean, everybody was truly happy, from esports to trick shotting. Everybody was completely happy with the game, and I think it would be smart to have a Black Ops 3 instead of a World at War 2.
Yeah, I agree. I think that Black Ops 3 is the best way to market it, and I think as well, World War 2 is something maybe down the road, but everyone's kind of into the futuristic shit, as well as everyone loved Black Ops 2, so Black Ops 3 would be super hyped, and I think that so many people would get it. I agree. So, on to the next topic. Now, guys, I know you guys don't play a whole lot of zombies and stuff, but there are new zombies that are coming in the Advanced Warfare DLC that is going to be coming out next month. In general, what are you guys' opinions on just zombies in general, as far as, I know that they're bringing, I believe it's a zombie Goliath, and they're bringing like this slime zombie as well into the DLC. But what are you guys' opinions on the zombies mode? We'll start with you, EXO.
To be honest, on the zombies, I think Advanced Warfare really took it up a notch with the zombies, because they introduced, of course, the exosuit and the futuristic, kinds of things you can do with that game. And I think it's really good to have all types of different zombies, instead of like how it was in Black Ops 2, where mainly you're just being chased by the same type of zombies over and over and over. I think it's a huge step up on the zombies community, what AW is doing, and I think it's great.
Oh, absolutely. I agree with you 100%. Now, what's your opinion, Twizzla?
I mean, yeah, that's really good that they're doing that, but are they bringing out the new maps as well?
Yeah, they are.
Is it like a whole package? Yeah.
Yeah, it's a whole package. I think each DLC that they're adding more zombies and more zombie maps and stuff like that to each DLC as well. I may be mistaken, but I'm pretty sure that's what they're doing.
I mean, yeah, I do like the Advanced Warfare zombies, but if they're gonna start, is it like, I don't even know, man. I'm stoned in it. Like, I can't be doing this.
just relax, dude. You're good. But listen, all right, so let's just move on to the next topic. Yeah, with zombies, I think that 100% that it's a great, I think that they've done great things with zombies, and it's heading in an amazing direction. Now, Here's a big question. Okay, so they're talking about they're making a Rust remake, and personally, this is just my personal opinion. I think it would be awesome if they made a Rust remake. I think it would be absolutely insane to have people jumping across the map on Advanced Warfare, like using the boost jump and shit. Like, it would be crazy. I personally think that if they made it,
where you took someone for a 1v1.
Oh, it's nuts. I mean, it would be absolutely amazing.
Back in the day,
But at the same time, I personally think that if they were to remake it, my vision for it would be to call the map Cage and actually put Rust in a cage, like make it a cage.
Make it a much bigger scale as well. I reckon they'll make it huge.
Maybe, I'm not sure. I mean, I just think that they wouldn't, because people would try to jump out of the map and shit. I think that if they made it like a cage, you couldn't jump out of, so it'd almost be like a UFC match but with weapons. But Exo, what do you kind of think about the Rust remake?
To be honest, I never really liked the map Rust because I felt like it was, pretty much overused in MW2, and I like the idea of having, jetpacks and stuff in AW where it makes it probably a lot more fun and a lot more futuristic, the map. But in all honesty, the map was overused in MW2, and it just, when you get used to something for such a long time, you don't really want to see it no more, me being a mostly MW2 player.
Yeah, I agree. I think we can all agree, though, that Rust would still probably be a really, cool map to come back just for, to play for shits and gigs, and just to have it would be probably bringing back old memories, but just on, like, the new consoles, But anyways, okay, so moving on to the next topic. This is a huge one, especially for the trick shotting and sniping community. Two of the most loved weapons in Call of Duty have been the intervention and the DSR. Here's the question, guys. Is the intervention in DSR ever going to come back? Really, the intervention, we have wanted the intervention back since fucking MW2. This shit has not come back. Are they ever going to bring it back, or are they completely against snipers? Twizzla, let's start with you.
Well, I'm not too sure about that. I reckon the new CoD, they're going to do what they're doing now. They keep changing guns every new CoD. They're probably going to bring out a new weapon, and they maybe in the future they might bring it out as a DLC or something, but I don't think they're going to solidly pull it in a game.
Yeah, well, I hope they bring it back. I don't know if they will. Exo, what do you kind of think, man?
In my honest opinion, I think that what they're trying to do is basically limit the community from sniping at all. And I think that in the future, eventually snipers are not even going to be one-shot kills, because, I mean, look what they're doing. Almost every update, a sniper gets a patch taking damage away or taking the speed at which it bolts back away. They're just limiting everything that us snipers do in the community.
I mean, this Call of Duty Online stuff, they've got the intervention back on there, so they might bring it back. That thing might blow up, Call of Duty Online, come out over to consoles, and then everyone will be playing that COD for the rest of the fucking time. This community lasts.
I mean, it really could. That's another thing. COD Online would be something that could be absolutely a huge success here in the States. I haven't seen a lot of trick shots with the new intervention yet on COD Online, but from what I have seen, it looks like you can do a lot, which I can't wait to get my hands on the game and everything. But moving on to the next topic here. So this is a Red RC edition. So, and this is like my last response before I upload my Red Recruitment Challenge response tomorrow. Since we're talking about, kind of the stuff that's going on in Call of Duty, let's take a step back and let's look at Red. As far as your guys' opinions on Red Reserve as a whole, I know a lot of people love Red, but there's also some people that don't like Red because they feel that it's a complete money team. It actually ruined some of the community with people just like leaving these big other teams to join Red, and they just kind of came out of nowhere. What are your guys' opinions on Red? Obviously, I think we can all agree that it is a gateway to FaZe. They're associated with FaZe. But really, is this team a money team, or is it a team that's actually like here to really make a difference in the community? Let's start with you, Twizzla.
I think it's for players, to be fair, because most players in FaZe went over to Red because they didn't want to do all the cut commentaries and all that. But I think FaZe is just going to turn into a business, like a big company in the community, and maybe further out. But Red's just there for the players to something to play in, and then when they do get big, they move over to FaZe, where they start earning money for what their content they're producing.
That's a great opinion on it. I actually have to agree with you to a number of levels with that. I think that's very true. Exo, do you have any further thoughts on it?
Well, I mean, I honestly think Red was created because FaZe is one team. So it's hard enough for them to find underrated, people, trick shotters, or people doing commentaries, etc., that have big channels and stuff. And I think Red is specifically made for that purpose, so that they're more into like finding those underrated players that actually have good content on their channels and can produce, good videos to get good ratings and stuff for Red or for FaZe in the future.
All right, yeah, I think that both of you guys have great ideas for what you guys think Red is really here for. I think that they've been pumping out so much amazing content, it's crazy. They've got a lot of really good stuff going. Now, moving on to the next topic, let's get back into like more Call of Duty game related. Now, all of us have our favorite maps from the old Call of Duties and everything. If you had one map to choose from out of all the other old Call of Duties that you would want to see back in one of the future games from the Call of Duty franchise, what would it be? Let's start with you, XO.
Is that from all CODs?
From all CODs.
I would love to see High Rise return. High Rise
I agree.
in any
100%.
game. I would love.
High Rise any day. Twizzler.
I don't know. I'd go back to one of the really old CODs. I'd want Castle with that big ass house.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, both are great choices. I'd personally love to see High Rise back. High Rise was just the best. I mean, it was so, the way that they had that map laid out and everything, it was amazing for any kind of sniper, any kind of competitive play, anything. It was just great. I'd love to see a remake one day. Let's get back into Red here, guys, because we are getting close to the end of this. So, in your guys' opinion, now I know Red is still kind of a fresh team. It's a newer team and everything, and they're really making a difference in the community. But are they better than Soar, Obey? Are they even better than FaZe? And
No. Soar's the best
you
team.
think Soar's the best team? Okay, XO, what do you think?
Yeah, trick shot and
I
Blaze
agree.
go best.
Soar has players from complex to clean. They just have all of the different
They have
types.
They have all the best aspects of trick shotters and players in that team.
Yeah, I mean,
Basically.
you got Max, who's been in this community for a while. He has like ran Soar for a long time, was in Red for a little bit, didn't want to be a part of it, came back to Soar. You have Wizpa, who is pretty much made Synergy what it is, and he knows everything there is about trick shotting. That team is Soar is on a great track, even though a lot of the members end up leaving to join Red. I'd have to say that it's a close call, but both teams are doing really good. Would you guys have to? What about a team like Obey, or even like Era or L7 or even Saw? What would you guys think about those?
In my opinion, I think Red is better than Obey, but from all the teams, usually all the teams under 200k pretty much have their standards set super high as the community has changed. Although these higher teams, since their fan base was built off people that lived in the community when it was the past, they just probably lean towards that more clean type of trick shotting that was here in the past, if you get what I mean.
Right, of course. Now, what do you think, Twizzler?
I think if you think about all the legends like Nick Mo and all that, they're fucking animals at this shit. And all the underrated teams is for the ones that are like standards are proper high. And nowadays it's just faking clips in it. Like most underrated teams do that shit, and it's just the bigger teams are more like actually don't do that shit. They're real. Like all the underrated teams just fake and shit. And it's just getting out of hand. Like this community just fucking up every second with all these kids doing faking, but underrated team is the standards are so high now. It's just unbelievable. Can't keep up with it. Like.
Oh, you really can't. I mean, especially for a trick shotter, you have got to be constantly evolving. I mean, everybody does. Even on a leader standpoint, you always have to be evolving with the clips and the standards and everything and you have to be very active to make sure that you keep up to the standards. But anyways, guys, we're getting to the very last question, and this is a big one. And it's about the future of the community. Now, obviously, a lot of people think that the community's gone to complete shit. But at the same time, there's people making careers out of the community. Careers as in probably very long-term careers where they're going to be making a lot of money over the next 10, 20 plus years. The question is, guys, is the community really going anywhere, or is it going to stay for pretty much a whole nother generation or even longer? Let's start with you, XO.
Well, I mean, teams aren't really going to get any much smaller, and the bigger a team gets, the more money, of course, it's going to make from the views and etc. So I believe that basically it can't really stop growing because the community is going to be the community, but views and likes and stuff, those are going to grow regardless of how the community, treats players or treats people in it. So I feel like it is like you can make a nice business off of the trick shotting community or gaming community in general, and I think that it will grow.
Yeah, I agree with you, man. Twizzler, what are your thoughts, dude?
I think the community is just going to grow so far. It'll probably go past the Call of Duty community and spread out into other things like come up with new ideas, different games, different activities, anything. Like community could come into anything. But all this teams and all that, it will always be here with Call of Duty. It'll just keep going. As long as they keep pumping out Call of Duties and people won't get bored of playing them, and it'll just keep on growing. The team's standards will get so much higher. More people coming in, like the squeakers have been lately. They'll just start growing, more likes, everything, and it's just all going to be competition and earning big money.
Yeah, I agree. But anyways, guys, that is pretty much it. That was Call of Duty Tonight live. As you guys can see, I want to thank XO and Twizzler for being on the show with me, or just being guest stars on the show. It means a lot to have you guys on here. Anyways, guys, if you guys could, go check them out in the description below. I will leave their links to their YouTube and Twitters. Definitely check them out. They are the leaders of Solar. Anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Please leave a thumbs up if you did. Comment below, subscribe if you're new. And as for Zero, I am out. Peace.